Hey friends, how are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing so well, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm taking a look back at the past month. I like to do this every single month. It helps me to take a good look at my business, but it also is really helpful in showing you guys what things are actually selling for me, what brands are moving, what styles are moving, and for how much money. So I sold quite a bit of items this last month and we made some good money, and so I want to share those pieces with you. I have quite a few sales over $100, close to 10 of them, which is really good for me. And so we're going to take a look at what my total numbers were, how much I actually sold in January 2024, what sold for me, and I'm also going to take you through everything that sold for a little bit over $50 is what I kind of cut myself off at, because we had a lot of really high price sales this month. And so we're going to take a look at those. I feel like those are the best pieces to share with you because they are replicable, which means that you can find things probably similar to them out in the wild, which is very helpful, but also they'll sell for a good amount of money. So we're going to take a look through January together. First, we're going to start by taking a look at these individual sales, and then at the end, I'm going to tell you guys how much I actually sold, and it's going to be a good video. So if you guys like these kind of more in-depth looking at my business kind of videos, let me know and I can do more of them. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to start with the lower ones, which are still great. $50 sales are nothing to sneeze at. And then we're going to move up to my highest sale, which was $170 this month. So they all add up though, and we love to see a good sale come through. So let's do this thing. Okay, let me scoot over and let's get into it, shall we? Okay, the first sale we're going to take a look at today is this Stuart Weitzman black suede leather heeled wedge booties in a women's size 10. I'm pretty sure I picked these up in the bins, my local Goodwill outlet. So that means the cost of goods would have been really small, probably around $2 or $3. These sold on Poshmark for $51, which means after Poshmark took its fees, we made $40.80, which is really great, actually. But yeah, Stuart Weitzman isn't always something I pick up, but especially more like a booty. I have sold a few different booties that have done well, but a lot of their more like kitten heel styles I've been kind of staying away from. They just haven't sold for as much or quickly. Then another great sale was this Sorel women's Kate cutout booty in ash brown size 10. Another shoe pickup from the bins. I love finding shoes at my bins. They're absolutely insane at my bins though. Like, I get shoved, I get pushed. It's like a whole thing. I don't always love doing it, but I love the shoes that I can find. These sold for $52. I paid $3 for them. So after the fees and all of the cuts of Poshmark, we made $41.60. So with my cost of goods, right around $38 of net profit. Not too shabby. And then we've got another $52 sale. It is this vintage Woolrich Christmas sweater. I got this in the bins. Back when I lived in Maryland, I actually was doing a collab with Ginger Marvin. If you guys remember that video, make sure to comment down below. It's been a while since I've been able to do a collab. But I found this really cool vintage Woolrich sweater, and it sat in my closet through a whole two Christmas seasons. It sold in January this year. So $52, we made $39.58. Still worth it. I think Woolrich is great, but that one took a long time to sell. And then we have this vintage 80s Laura Ashley folk art knit navy cardigan in a women's size medium. Something I have learned is that some of the vintage Laura Ashley pieces can do really well. I also just really enjoy selling vintage knit pieces. They tend to do really well regardless of what their brand is, but this one had a good brand attached to it, being vintage as well. I got this at an estate sale back when I lived in Maryland for I think like $2 or something crazy. So great pickup. And it sold for $53, and I have these just sitting in a bin. This and tons of other really good clothing I picked up at that estate sale. It's kind of like a garage sale, estate sale. Really amazing pieces, all of them super dirt cheap. And within listing all of those pieces, I think I've sold like 8 of them or something crazy, and they've just been sitting in a bin for forever. So let this be a lesson for you, or maybe a reminder. If you guys have a bunch of inventory sitting in a bin somewhere and you know it's good, you gotta get that out. You gotta go take some pictures and list it, because I would be missing out on hundreds of dollars of sales if I had still left them sitting in that bin. So it sold for $53. We made $42.40. Not too shabby. And then this next thing sold for $57. This is a Scotty vest, fireside fleece vest in black, men's size large. It sold for $57. Also on Poshmark. We've had a lot of good Poshmark sales, but as you'll see here in a little bit, I'm very happy because I have shared a little bit about having to restart my eBay store. Not an ideal situation. And the last month, so December, when I was just restarting my eBay store, I really didn't sell anything and I was in the rebuilding process. But this month we're finally gonna see some sales come through, like a couple $100 of sales on eBay, which I'm so grateful for because I just know it takes time to build back up your store. So very excited. But the Scotty vest, it sold on Poshmark for $57 and we made $45.60. Pretty sure I picked this up at a little church thrift store here in my area. Really great sale though. Scotty vest is one I didn't really know, and so I'm glad that I found that and picked it up. And that's a good brand to note. I've seen a lot of great comps for Scotty vest since I've picked that up. Then we have a pair of Sorels, another pair of Sorels. We've got a lot of Sorels in my top sales here, and honestly, people sleep on Sorels all the time. I find that they're more unique and more kind of, cute styles do better. Although this pair is more of a kind of classic boot, in my opinion. It's the Pace 2 insulated winter boots in walnut brown, women's size 7, and these sold for $60. Great sale. That was a full price sale actually, so good for us. So we made $48 after Poshmark fees, which is really good. I think I got these also probably in the bins, is my guess. So not too shabby. Then I had a Diane von Furstenberg dress sell. Love this brand. Diane von Furstenberg Bennett wrap dress in pink and gray silk and wool, size 8. This sold for $63.64, which means it's part of a bundle. I forget what all I sold in that bundle. But $63, we made $50. I bought this for $5. So $45 net profit, end of the day. Really great. Very happy with that. Then this is a more recent pickup, and some Lauren Ralph Lauren pieces just like aren't worth picking up. This, I knew the style was really in for the coming year. I made a whole 2024 styles and trends forecast video. If you guys haven't watched that, that's probably one of my least watched videos, but it's one of the most helpful, so definitely check that out. But in it, we were talking about this kind of preppy vibe. People are really into blazers right now. So I found in the bins this Lauren Ralph Lauren wool crest blazer in navy, women's size 12, which was also helpful that it was in a size 12. But it sold, I think I only had it listed for a few days, and it sold for $64. So I had it listed at $80 because there's a lot of good comps for around that. But I was happy to take a $64 offer since I only paid $1 or $2 for the piece. We made $49.18, so $48 after everything was said and done. Awesome. Next up, a Coach Legacy vintage crossbody black leather shoulder bag in excellent use condition. This was an amazing black leather Coach purse I found in the bins. It was so beautiful. I was in love with it. It sold for $64 this month. From $64, again, we make $49.18, and it was a purse that I found in the bin, so I probably paid $1. So again, $48 net profit. Wonderful pieces. I find that those vintage Coach pieces, which are like black plain leather, brown plain leather, sell so well. I find them once in a while. It's not like super common to find them, but when I do, they always sell for really good money. Highly recommend picking up Coach. Birkenstock, this is my next sale. Birkenstock Papilio, Dana Brown, genuine leather clogs in a size 7. This is one of those things that not everybody recognizes, and I have talked about this quite a few times. There are a couple brands within Birkenstock that all are Birkenstocks. Papilio is one of them. I think Berkey's is also in there too. There's a couple different ones. And people will sometimes leave them behind because they don't realize they're actually Birkenstocks, and Birkenstocks sell really well. But these sold for $65. Great sale. We made $52. I believe I found these also in the bins. I feel like this is becoming a bins video, which is really nice actually. That just means my cost of goods is going down as I go to the bins more often. I'm also still going to other Goodwills and things like that. I haven't been to a buy-sell trade store in a while, but I've been able to find the things that are running my business from just, going to the bins, which is really helpful. Next up, a Madewell cap sleeve button front mini dress in plaid, size large. This is a bins pickup, but this is from back when I lived in Maryland. So it's been a year probably more than a year that I've had this piece. It sold for $65. We made $52, about $50 net profit. Another $65 sale is the stunning Jessica McClintock bridal vintage cream gown. It is a size 8. I had this sitting for a while, but it sold for $65 on Poshmark. So we made $52, and I believe I got this at a regular thrift store, 2nd Avenue, classic. If you remember my 2nd Avenue days, let me know down below. But I bought that, and I think I paid like maybe $5 for it. So that was a great pickup. Oh, and now we're in the top 10. So woohoo, we made it to the top 10. Number 10 was all those $65 sales. Those were all tied. Number 9 is this one. This is a recent pickup from In the Bins, as you could guess. It was a Patricia Nash floral fabric tote bag, and it sold for $68. Patricia Nash is a good bag brand to know because she kind of flies under the radar sometimes. It's a really cute bag. I sold it for $68 and we made $54.40 after fees. But I only really paid $1 or $2 for this, and it was made with fabric, so really great pickup. Then another really recent sale, number 8, is this Spell and the Gypsy collective dress. It's called the Gypsiana shirt dress in red. It was a size medium. I think a viewer actually bought this, so if that was you, thank you so much. I appreciate any time you guys support me. It really does mean the world to me. This sold for $72. I think I sent out an automatic offer, and so we made $55.58, and I paid $7.99 for this dress. So really good profit margin on that as well. Love that. And then we have this pair of boots. This is great. These were new at tags pair of Justin work boots, ladies Winnette Gypsy Brown steel toe boots in size 8.5. Which, if you guys remember, somebody came up to me and demanded that I give them this boot while we were in the bins. I was going to check out with just my one boot because I was not about to just let somebody demand and I just do what they told me. Instead, we flipped a coin and I won the coin toss. They were so mad at me. Anywho, long story long, they sold for $80 on Poshmark. So we made $61.98. Since I bought them in the bins, I probably paid right around $3 for these, which means we made $58 of net profit on that, which is amazing. Number 6 then sold for $90, and it is this Saks Fifth Avenue 100% lambskin black leather long jacket in a size 12. Super cute, kind of like a long line blazer, 100% leather, so soft, absolutely gorgeous. I have found that no matter even what the brand is, a lot of leather jackets will just sell for good money. This one, I think it did help that it was Saks Fifth Avenue, although Saks Fifth Avenue on the whole doesn't sell for as much as you would probably expect it to, but it sold for $90. They sent me a $90 offer on a $100 listing. Bless their heart. I love them for it. And I made $72 after everything was said and done. I got this in the bins back when I lived in Maryland. There's a lot of bins items in this top. I am loving that. So we made about $70 on that jacket, and that's really inspired some of my recent pickups. I recently found some more leather jackets in the bins, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to scoop those up. As long as they're in good condition, they'll probably sell for good money. Now, the top 5, all of these are $100 or more sales. This is really important and helpful information if you guys are looking for even higher price sales. Number 5 here is this new at tags Vince Wool Blend Classic Coat in olive green. It was a size medium. I believe I got this at a normal thrift store. We sold it for $100. We made $80. I'm fairly confident I paid $5 to $10 for this. So right around $70, $75 net profit. I'm here for it. I'm not mad. Number 4 is this Tiffany Designs embroidered formal ball gown. It was in red and navy. It was a size 24W. My mom found this for me at a garage sale for $5 and it sold for $100. Again, we made $80 after all the fees, and so we made $75 net profit. Absolutely awesome. A lot of, not even just necessarily this brand, although Tiffany Designs, they do have some good resale value, but I would say on the whole, ball gowns, formal wear in general really does sell well. It doesn't have to be specifically this brand, but as long as it's made well, there's some brands that make formal wear, I'm thinking like Windsor, things like that. Those are not expensive. Those are not like super well made usually. And so unless those are new at tags, they're probably not going to sell for very much money. But this piece was really well made and it was really nice. So I got that. And then number 3 was a $109 sale. It was this new at tag J. Crew Women's Brown Teddy Sherpa coat. I got this at my local buy-sell trade store back when I lived in Maryland. And it was in a size extra, extra large, great size. Sold for $109. We made $85.18. And I believe that they love it. So that is wonderful to hear. But I think my cost of goods, I used in-store credit and it might have been on sale too, something crazy. We made over $70 of net profit on that as well. Then our top 2 sales, both of which are pretty impressive and crazy. The stories are, at least. They both came from garage sales. So this is your reminder that garage sale season will be coming up again in the spring and summer, and you are not to sleep on garage sales because We got the $100 dress from a garage sale, the Tiffany Designs one. Then we also got this for $1 at a garage sale. Number 2 is this pair of rare vintage Valentino Y2K vintage tortoiseshell sunglasses that sold for $150. I bought them for a single dollar at a garage sale, and then I made $120 after all the fees were taken. And so $119 of net profit on a pair of sunglasses is really, really exciting. That's awesome. Very happy about it. And so again, garage sale pickup for $1. That's a great flip. $1 into $150. That's amazing. Same thing with this one. I spent a little bit more for this one, but this was my biggest sale of the month, which was this New with Tags Marc Jacobs large Spring Street, the tote canvas bag in taupe French gray, and then I put in rare as well. This was a really cool little tote bag. I actually put dimensions and measurements in the description. I did get a 4-star rating because they said it was smaller than they thought it would be, even though I gave the measurements. You know, it always happens, I feel like, but I accepted a $170 offer on this bag. I bought it with, I think, 3 or 4 other bags. I think I got 4 in total. One Dooney and Burke, this one, a vintage Burberry bag, and a bag for my mother-in-law for Christmas. All of them for around, I think it was $110 that I spent. So my cost of goods was like maybe $30, but it sold for $170. We made $136, so over $100 of net profit, which is amazing. Very excited about those. Aren't those such exciting sales? I was feeling pretty good about this month of sales. It's one of our best months ever, to be honest. And a lot of that has to do with consistency and listing more, but also I've been doing some other strategies. Like I restarted my eBay store. I need to do a whole story time on that. And so now we're starting to finally pick up in sales on eBay, because for the last few months, I was so limited on how much I could sell that I wasn't making very much, and I couldn't list anything there. It was horrible. So now let's look at the overview numbers. My total sales from this month, I made $286 on eBay, $728 on Whatnot. That was one show. I did one show on Whatnot this month. I'll be doing at least probably 3 this coming month in February. So that should also help my numbers. So this is Editing Bekah coming in to say that if you guys have not already caught one of my Whatnot shows, the next one is actually, if you're watching this video when it came live tonight, it is at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, February 4th. So you have a chance to come and catch one of my shows today if you want. So I wanted to make sure you guys heard that too. But then back to the video. In Mercari, I made $80. So not amazing on Mercari, but what are we expecting right now? But then in total, all of those plus my Poshmark sales, I made $4,287.34 in total sales in January, which I'm very happy with. I'm not only selling, I'm making YouTube videos, I'm working with brands. There's a lot going on here, and it's kind of crazy to think about and overwhelming at times, but I am really thankful for these sales numbers. I'm very pleased with that. My net profit after all of the fees were taken was $3,467.64. That doesn't include my cost of goods or the taxes I'm gonna have to pay on these items, but putting $3,500 into my bank account from reselling used clothes, you know, it feels great. I love doing that. It's so fun. So yeah, those are the overview numbers. Those are all of my individual sales. I think that these videos are super helpful. If you enjoyed it, make sure, if you enjoyed it and think I've earned your subscription, I would love it if you'd hit the subscribe button. And also, if you're already subscribed, the biggest way you can help me out is giving today's video a thumbs up. It really does help out the YouTube algorithm so much. But I would love to hear from you guys down below. What was your best sale of the month? Which sale are you most excited or proud of? I absolutely love hearing what you guys have been selling too. Or if you guys are just looking for yourselves, what did you thrift this month that you were super excited about? I have so many. That's all super exciting to hear and to see. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. And until the next video, bye.